It's comfort food ready in under an hour. Serve this hearty chowder with homemade dinner rolls for a delicious winter meal. Yes, please. Michelle Malie joining me through the screen, sharing these two recipes you'll love. We've got chicken and veggie chowder with 1 hour dinner rolls. Happy New Year, Michelle. Great to have you.
Happy New Year.
What do you love about this winter meal?
Oh man, I love that. Like you said, it is comfort food.
Yes.
It is easy to come together, which is a requirement for me. And we pack it full of veggies. So even though it's comfort food, we can still get a bunch of nutrients in there and do some good for our body.
Thank you. What does this soup have going on? What are the featured fresh ingredients?
Okay, so I have sauteed already all of my fresh veggies. We've got carrots, onions, celery, potatoes, and we're gonna saute those so that they can start cooking before we add them to the soup. So we set those to the side, and then we make our roux, which is going to thicken our soup and give it a nice rich flavor.
What's going on there in your pot
right now?
Just a basic roux.
I'm making my roux.
Butter, flour.
Butter and flour. That's all I've got here. Okay. It's really important when making a roux. I learned this from a chef at the Joseph Smith Memorial Building to let your roux simmer a little bit. Don't rush this process.
Okay.
It will help cook the raw flour flavor out and just really deepen those flavors.
So let it go a little longer. That's a good tip.
Yeah, let it sit and simmer a little bit. And once you've done that, we are going to add our chicken stock. And I just like to add it a little at a time because it's really going to thicken your soup here. We'll add the chicken stock. We'll add a little water because we just need a little more liquid in here than just the chicken stock.
Okay.
And then once we do that, we'll add our veggies back in and let it simmer just a little longer so that those veggies can finish cooking.
So the veggies weren't completely cooked. They'll finish cooking in the soup.
Yes, I just quickly saute them so that they start cooking because you want them cooked but not super mushy.
Right.
And adding my water, some seasonings, and then let that simmer a little bit.
Ooh, this is where the house starts to smell delicious and we all get really hungry.
Yes, my kids already came down and were like, it smells really good, Mom.
They're like, Mom, what's for lunch? What's for lunch? What's for lunch?
Yes,
all right.
Absolutely.
And the seasonings will be on the recipe, but I'm seeing, is it salt, pepper?
Yep, it's really basic. I have some poultry seasoning, salt and pepper. I like to keep things simple a lot of the times because it's the simple flavors that really, we forget how simple it is to make things taste good with simple flavors.
Well, I think that's part of the comfort in comfort food is simplicity, really. It's not the crazy out there flavors. We're looking for kind of those more subdued, familiar tastes and palates. All right, so the soup's simmering. Are we ready to go to the rolls?
Yes, okay. I will just preface this by saying I'm not a bread maker. It just hasn't been my forte, but this recipe we have made several times over the past few weeks. And if I can make this, anybody can make it. So I already have my dough here. And I'm just gonna show you, once you make it, you don't even really have to let it raise very long. And you don't have to separate it in any fancy way. I literally just take it, rip it in half again, because I'm just trying to get 3 rolls out of each section.
Okay.
They don't even have to look pretty.
Okay.
It's just pretty, it's a rough.
Well, it's a sidekick. The soup is the star. And if we can make dinner rolls in under an hour, is that true? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
That is the only reason I make these.
Nice.
I don't spend hours making bread. I just don't.
I love it.
So you just rip it off, roll it in your hands.
You don't let them rise at all. You just go for it.
I do. Once I get them to this point, I do let them rise for 10 or 15 minutes before they go in the oven. Okay. And that's it. They're so good. You would never know that they were made in less than an hour.
Listen.
Like you can do these quicker than Rhodes Bacon Served rolls. Okay,
so we have you to thank for dinner tonight. A delicious chicken and veggie chowder with the 1 hour dinner rolls. On the side, it's the home-baked goodness that we're craving this time of year as we kind of come off the holiday treat wagon and try to get a little more wholesome, healthier food on our palate, a little more consistent with our eating anyway. Thank you so much. Where can we get more recipes and ideas from you, Michelle?
You can find me on Instagram at the Cookie Kitchen Bakery or thecookiekitchenbakery.com.
The Cookie Kitchen Bakery. We will link you there from our website. Happy New Year. Thanks for sharing. Go to studio5.ksl.com and click on the recipe tab for today's recipe, and also a link to Michelle's website. You'll find dozens more. We hope this is a go-to resource for you at dinner time and beyond. Thousands of recipes that cooks and chefs have shared over the years, making your dinner time a more delicious place to be.